Hey, how you doing? Ooga Booga Caveman here, back for some SevTech Ages. So, first of all, before we get into anything new for this episode, I collected some materials to trade with this guy, and we now have the Antique Atlas. So you can see in the top right corner, I have like a little GUI, graphic user interface. That kind of just gives me a little mini map, and it's kind of like a journaled map type thing. It's the Antique Atlas, supposed to look antique. So you can see that this right here is supposed to be water, and that corresponds to all the water you see right here. And then all this land is that mountain up there, and so you see that little tree island thing that corresponds to this thing, and you can see that our direction is looking straight at it. So we have the little map that we can use, and then oops, not that map. Then I think I can add a marker right here and name it home. And let's see, we'll put a little thing there. So now you can see we have a little marked position that says home. So that's pretty sweet. So now like we can wander off and we can just look at our map. And we can scroll way out to see. So if we're way far away over here, we can still see which direction our home is so that we don't get lost. Now, I don't have to have this in my hand to work. I just have to have it in my hotbar. So as long as it's in my hotbar, actually, I think, yeah, it has to be in my hotbar. But I don't have to be holding it in my hand. Now, if I want to open it, I do have to hold it in my hand. So anyways, that's pretty cool. We got an Antique Atlas. So the next thing I think we want to do is, let's look at our advancements. So, to get this flame grilled hopper, we have to do two things. We have to do the Abyssal Craft stuff, where we travel away, we find a biome, and we fight some bosses to collect some gems. Or we can come down the totemic route and do that. I think we want to start with totemic because I need a bed to set my spawn point. And it would be really nice to get this nice bow from Baycock, which is a boss we fight through totemic. So I think I'm going to start with totemic. So first of all, we need an area to work with, and I think I'm going to pick this area right here. Just going to clear some of this out. I'm trying to make it quieter, the volume, and I split my recording into two separate recordings, so that hopefully it's a little easier. So we'll work with this area for totemic. Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. I do not need any flowers. Or, yeah, I don't need any of that. Don't need clay. Are we almost out of cobblestone? We are out of cobblestone. That's something that I'm not comfortable with, so I'm just going to grab some of this while I still can. Okay, so now we have enough cobblestone just to at least keep our pickaxe alive, because once we lose the pickaxe, if we don't have any stone, we got to go back and do the whole flint thing, and that would be a nightmare. So, I keep opening that planet menu. What I want to do now is make a fluid bladder. To make a fluid bladder, I need an ink sac, 2 brown dye, and plant twine. Now I already have the ink sac right here, and I already have enough plant twine right there. Oh, I didn't even realize I can just throw stuff away right here. I forgot about that. So like, I don't need these brown saplings. I can just throw them away. I want to make the fluid bladder. So I need to get either black and orange or black, red, and yellow. So there's red and yellow right there, so I'm just going to grab some of those flowers, and I think I threw some away. That way I don't need the azure. I do want the yellow flowers. Don't want the azure. And then I'm just going to collect all the red, yellow, and black that I can, because orange is decently rare. Now black is also unfortunately a little rare, but just a little. So I need to look for, is that a black lotus? Might be. Black lotus, awesome. Awesome. I just need to look for a few more of those. Here's one. That'll be enough for at least one fluid bladder. But I would like to make more than one. Come on, show me one more, and I'll be satisfied. One more Black Lotus. That was a Venus flytrap I just ran into. Yeah, I don't see another Black Lotus. One second. First of all, I like to know when I'm sprinting and when I'm not, so I'm gonna do that. Alright, so I am back at the old house that I now don't lose because I have my anti-Gatlas. And I have some flowers that I'm gonna turn into some dye. I think. Oh, no way. I have to make the grindstone first before I can do that. That's not, yeah, it is. Right there. And grindstone. If I search for grindstone, how do I make that? 6 stone and a stick. Yep, so I'm gonna go cook up some stone and I'll see y'all when I am done with that.
Cheeseburger.
Let's talk wood! Just a second! I'm in the middle of it!
Alright, so our 6th and final stone is getting ready to be done. I'll go ahead and collect those, and there's 6. Now we just need a stick, and I think I have one. No, I don't. I'm going to need to go grab a stick real quick. That shouldn't be too hard to find. They should be somewhere around here. I guess there's not a whole lot of trees. You know what? I'll just chop some wood planks into a stick. So I can take that, boom, boom, and stick. Now I go stick, doot, 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 doot. Dash it together, and we have a grindstone. I'm gonna go ahead and set the grindstone up there. I don't like that. I'm gonna set it right there. Now what I can do is I can take these flowers and just grind them like this. I just hold right click, and it will grind up the flowers into their black dye in this case. If I do the red flower, red dye, yellow flower will be yellow dye. So now we'll get some of those. I'm gonna go ahead and slap these in the chest. Now we only need 2 of these because that's all we can use because I only found 2 Black Lotus. So once I get 2 of these, I will take them off like that. Nope, that's not okay. I want to take them off and take that off. Bam. And then I'll throw those out the window because who wants those, right? Now I just do that with, can I just, oh, you know what, I'll throw 2 there, the rest out the window, pick back up the 2, bam, I'm so smart, look at me go, look at Ooga Booga Caveman be so smart, okay, alright, that's 1 die, that's 2 die, now I throw them all together, and I get 6 brown dye. That's enough for 3 bladders, but I would need more ink. So I'm gonna start with 1 just to show y'all the craft. Right here, doot doot doot, and my ink sac goes in the middle. I take my rock, I smash it, boom, fluid bladder. So now I can go like out to this water right here, and I can collect it. So I gathered it in the fluid bladder. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go find a bunch of squid, kill them, get 2 more fluid bladders, and wait till the morning, and I will see y'all when that happens. Alright, so I actually ended up with 3 ink sacs, and not very long. I just waited for the morning to come, and then I went out and I got 2 more. So I'm gonna go like that. Take some plant fiber. Oh, not my ink sacs, I want those. And then I'll bash it with the rock. There's another one, and then we go 1, 2, 1, and fibers. And 3 is generally all I go with, just because I think it's a little ludicrous to make more than 1 leather at a time. So, now that we have this, I need to make some leather. To make some leather, what we actually have to do to make leather is dry wet tanned hide. To get wet tanned hide, we take dried hide, put some water and resin with it. I'll get to how you make resin in a minute. To get dried hide, you have to dry salted hide. To get salted hide, you have to take raw hide, put salt with it, and wet it. To get raw hide, you have to use flint on an animal pelt. So there's a lot we gotta do here. There's a lot. So to start with, I don't want to use the wolf pelt. I want to use the sheep pelt to get some raw hide. So how this is gonna work is, I'm gonna make two leather right now. I'm gonna grab some of that water, tasty water. Go ahead and put my crafting rock back where it belongs so I don't lose it. So I'm gonna go, oh, I need salt, don't I? I need some salt. I hope there's not a piranha or a shark in here. I'm not gonna jinx myself though. Okay, yeah, we're good. So that's some salt. Let me dig up some salt. I don't know what tool you use for salt, but I'm guessing it's pickaxe. Yeah, that worked. Salt. So now that we have some salt, I can come up here back into our house, and I put rawhide, salt, fluid bladder to get salted hide. I'll swap it out for the wet one. So now I have two salted hide right here. Now what we need to do is dry them. Well, to dry them we need a drying rack, so I'm just going to go ahead and make one of those. And I think, if I remember right, it's like this. You take 3 slabs and put them in a slabish formation. That's a drying rack, yeah. So I would hang them up there. Now I need to do that one more time. So I need to get some more some more wood here. I'll go 1, 2. Sorry, villagers, I'm destroying your village, your garden. That's okay. That's 4. 1, 2, 3. I'll pop that one back. Craft it. And 1, 2, 3. Craft it. Awesome. So now we have a couple of drying racks, and so we can literally hang the salted hide up here, and it will dry. Now that's going to take 2 minutes, so I will see y'all when that's dried. Alright, it looks like it just dried, so I can take that down, and now I have dried hide. Now I do the same thing I did with, the salt, but I do it with resin instead of salt. So I need to go fill up a couple of these. 1, 2, like that. And then I come back and I fill it up. So there's that. Where'd my dried hide go? There it is. There's that and my resin. I swap that out for the resin for the other bag. Alright, now we got 2 wet tanned hide. Now we do the same thing. I hang them up, I let them dry, and I'll see you when it's done drying. Alright guys, our leather is done. So if I grab this, I'm going to get an achievement. Bam. Awesome. We got leather. So, I think, let me think here. Okay, so what I've decided that I want to do next is I want to, instead of us having to crank those grindstones, I want to make a horse do it. You know, sometimes you just can't be expected to do everything yourself. So what I'm going to do is, in this area up here, where I've cleared out a bunch of stuff, obviously not everything is totally cleared out, but that'll be good fun. Go like that with my axe. So I think I can, I'm going to have to let the night pass, but I'm going to put a horse on the grindstone up here so that I don't have to I don't have to manually grind it all by myself. So I'm going to make the necessary supplies and wait for the night to go, and then I will see y'all after that. Alright guys, so now we have a horse grindstone that we can use, and if we want to just place it there, we need to dig, invalid by, I have to dig this out, evidently. I think that's how this works. Alright guys, I think I have figured out how to make this work. So, first of all, I need to munchy. So, I think I can now have my grinding automated for me. So, I have a lead here, and I will show you. Let me pick this bark up. So, I now have this little fancy horse grindstone set up. So, I think I can put that in there. I don't have access to any horses, and I know that a horse would be better than any other animal. But since I don't have access to a horse, I think I can use a pig for now. So I could take this, put it on the pig, and then attach him to there. And he will start walking around in a circle, grinding it up. And so I think this is passive grinding. And I think this should work any time now. It should go into the bottom bowl, and I should be able to pick up, yep, right there. And I just got some resin. Just like that. So now we have some automated grinding. Awesome. And I can do the same thing with wood chopping and pressing things. Now, I can press charcoal into a charcoal block to save some stuff, but I don't need that right now. I may come back to it at some point. The wood chopping, same thing. I think I'm just gonna wait until the next age to build a house or anything, so I don't need to have the wood chopping thing. So next is totemic. And I think that is gonna be it. Alright, so if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, drop a comment, and even consider subscribing. And I will see y'all in episode 3.